Good afternoon and welcome to this Division II baseball matchup between West Warwick and the visiting Chariho Chargers. I'm Chad Rondo and I'll be calling this game today along with Mike and Logan Randall.
And just for I'm Mike Dennis. I'm not Mike Randall.
Well, we have Mike holding a mic, so
We got Mike holding the mic.
and we're going to take a short break here. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at this matchup here on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway production of Wizards Baseball here at McCarthy Field.
And welcome back. Live here from McCarthy Field. Join Mike Dennis, Logan Randall, and Chad Rondo. We got an interesting pitching matchup here. The star-studded pitcher of the Wizards, he's resting. He's actually Mr. Burt's in left field. And we got Mason Hunt on the mound. He has pitched for 4 games. He is 1-3 with a 1.87 ERA through just an even 30 innings pitched. He's got a good arm on that mound. Tall kid, good bat. And we will get to the positions. Catching for Mr. Hunt, we got Nick Anderchow. He's going to be batting in that second spot. Mason's in the 4, bat cleanup. At first base, we got Logan Fernandez. He's going to be batting in the 6th spot. At second base, we have Dylan Perwoyer. He's going to be batting in that 7th spot. Shortstop's Jack Prue. Actually, no, I got it wrong. Shortstop is Jair Blanco. I was reading it wrong. He's batting second. Third baseman is Jack Prue. He's batting 5th right after the cleanup. DH is Wilmer Montella Cruz. They have Bert sitting and resting. He's just going to be in the field. He's in the left. In center, we have Joey Rivera. He's going to be batting 1st. And to round it out, batting less is Luke Gallo. Now, for the Chariho Chargers. On the mound for them is going to be Landon Summer. Once I get through the starting matchup, I'll give some stats on him. He's going to be batting 3rd. At first base, we have Christian Mancini. A little Italian name. Sounds like maybe he's on Scarface.
Oh, that's a little connection.
Second base, we have Everett Kerr. He's going to be batting 9. At shortstop, we have Adam Carpenter. He's batting 4. Third baseman is Gavin Pepler. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Center, we got Ethan Elderkin. He's batting 7. Right field, Rowan Downing. He's batting 5th. Luke Hoffman's in left field, but he will not be batting. And their DH is Leo Emery. And let's get some stats here for that Chariho starting pitcher. So Chariho starting pitcher is Landon Sumner. He is 4-2 on the season. He is 4-2 with a 2.97 ERA through, see how many innings, 33 flat. He's got a, and the Chariho Chargers are what, 12-5, right? And the Wizards are, they're 11-8. That's just being confirmed from our producer, Mr. White. And he will be happy because I will not be sticking my head out the window and getting in the shot. We are bug netted in here. We actually made a comment on how cold it is going to get. Do you have any comments, Logan?
No. Looking forward to this.
And it looks like we're going to be getting into the action here. Batting first, like I said, is number 11, Gavin Apice. I don't think I shouted him out. I think I forgot him. Overescaped their name.
So as we get this
got the
game
coach
coming
run out
away,
to third.
Mason Hunt pitching for the side of the Wizards tonight, coming in with a record of 7-0 with 77 strikeouts, 7 allowed runs, and an ERA of .69.
Just got the play
Oh,
ball
excuse
from the
me.
umpire.
I got you. Hold up. And for correction, that is Anthony Burt's stats.
First pitch is a strike.
Mason is 1-3 with a 1.87 ERA. He's a young kid, sophomore. He's got a big, tall, nice bat. Strike 2.
0-2 to a PJ. A Pice.
Apice, Gavin Apice, yeah. Say Gavin.
Gavin.
Thank you. Yeah, so we got everything right. Yeah, 4. Yep.
Foul ball put in play.
And we just had a player from the Wizards come up and give us their roster. He's going to be walking down to his dugout now.
Oh, and 2 now to a Gavin. High pop
And
fly.
high pop-up fly just behind second, and that's going to be...
Oh,
drop the
error.
play. Error.
Excellent job.
I think that was Dylan. Yeah, that was Dylan. He called for it.
Looked a little early on the squeeze. Just hit the outside of his glove.
That was a good attempt by Mr. Boyer.
Stepping up to the plate, DH number 7, Emery. The man on first.
Emery's batting .422 on the season with 53 plate appearances and 19 hits. And he has a homer.
Just
Obviously,
took strike 1 looking.
he's got a nice bat on him.
Comes the
Hunt
second
with the
pitch from
delivery.
Hunt. It's going to
Foul
tip to the
ball.
right.
We're in the top of the first. 0 outs. 0-1, Mason Hunt.
0-2.
0-2, yeah. See, we all make mistakes. Mike with the mic. He's going to try to pick off attempt. Good catch.
Runner gets back easily.
Do you guys understand the hype around those sliding mitts that they wear? Is that just to keep their hands nice and warm?
So that way, pretty sure so the first baseman doesn't step on them, on their fingers when they're trying to get
yeah.
back.
It's going to be sliced to third. Trying to make a double play at second. Safe at second. That leaves the runner safe at first. 2 men on play for the Chargers.
See, there are 2 quick defensive errors by the Wizards. A little late of a throw, and Dylan Pavoya missed the fly out. But they're going to improve. Very good defensive team.
Now here comes the pitcher for the Chargers, number 16, Sumner. He's put in a beautiful position starting this game. Runners on first and second, takes a ball.
Mason Hunt takes a sign. Going into his delivery. Foul ball. Just down that.
Just down the first base side. One on one now. Ooh, nice hit ball. Look for 2.
Gyre's gonna get. They're gonna go for 2.
Second and
I
first.
think
He
he got
him.
him.
And they
Double
got it.
play.
Double play on second and first for the Wizards.
Good
Runner
play
does
for the
advance to
Wizards.
third. So with that, you put in a bit of a awkward position. 2 outs, but you do have a man on third.
And like I said, this Wizards defense is very, very strong. And as we can see, they just made a very good comeback at that double play. but there is a runner on that left corner at third.
Are they challenging the play?
You're staying with a runner at third.
What would the challenge be? Could they?
If he beat the ball.
We're gonna have to get a little replay. I think.
We got 2 outs.
He's out.
My exercise for the week.
Can we just talk about that first baseman stretch for a minute? He almost went into a full split.
So the play will stay
That
out.
was Logan. Logan's a tall kid, freshman. Mason Hunt with the delivery.
Strike one.
Strike one. This batter's very, very in front on the plate. He's not taking, he's kind of up in the batter's box a little bit.
And up the plate now, number 2, Carpenter for the Charge.
Strike two.
Strike two.
Good breaking ball by Hunt, focusing on the inside of the plate and gets the batter swinging.
Mason's going to have his third pitch delivery, a little bit outside.
So it brings the count to 1-2 with 2 outs remaining.
Good. Zoom in a little more on that runner.
Hunt has a few options here. Decides to go with a slow pitch, and that's going to be hit down the third baseline
Okay,
foul.
Good job, Gina. Good. Can you
This is down.
zoom in just a little more?
Downing,
We want to get.
Downing's going to stay in. It's actually not Downing. That's Adam Carpenter, I think.
I'm on
Had a
the
little technical difficulties with our eyes here.
Takes time.
Yeah, this is Downing. This is
1-2 now.
Oh, this is Carpenter.
2-2.
Seems like
Out of
Mason's
those-
trying to get him to chase him outside with that pitch, but
Yeah,
Carpenter didn't
Definitely
bite.
see that.
Throwing the same pitch twice.
Mason's kept his composure after the first 2 plays that should have happened.
Foul ball, third base side.
Our runner's taking a very solid lead once that pitch goes. He's trying to time that release, hoping that he throws it wild so he can steal.
What is it?
A lot of these hits are being pulled to the left, so he's early on that delivery. He's waiting to see something.
That's all right.
Strike three call.
Strike three.
Okay. That's
So we're gonna go to the middle of the first inning, and I'm going to read off.
We're gonna step aside right now.
Well, no, I'm actually. I was
No?
planning on. I was gonna read off the positions.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. See. We're gonna step aside as the Wizards down the Chariho Chargers. Still a score of 0-0 going into the bottom of the first.
Welcome back to a Wizards production of baseball here at McCarthy Field. Producing and directing this program is Pathway teacher Mr. Eric White, and working the cameras are Deja Murtaugh, Gina Madera, and Caden Maka.
and as he said his name, Mr. White expressed himself by raising his arms in the air and saying "Yay."
We do need we should get a white mic for these games.
He's gonna tap in. He's gonna click a button. And be
I have an extra mic. I'll be in later.
Okay, perfect.
Instead of
Mr. White will be joining us later with his extra mic.
Instead of the 7th inning stretch, it's the white mic.
He's gonna sing us, take us out to the ball game. We're having a little bit of fun in the booth here at McCarthy Field. 3-man crew. Should have been there for softball. That was a great game.
Yeah,
Great
no.
game.
So you're focusing on home because.
All right, Mike, why don't we get to that Wizards lineup?
So, leading off for the Wizards going to be Mr. Joseph Rivera.
Yes. They're bad.
He is batting.
So this is the Wizards. It's the bottom of the first inning. That means the Wizards are batting.
Joey's batting 291 on 78 Bs. He has 21 hits, 16 RBIs. Did I mess up my?
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I think that's plate appearance. And then that's hits. Okay, so. So yeah, when I copied these stats from Max Preps to table them, you know, I messed up a little bit. So he's got 21 hits, 16 RBIs.
You know, I think they need a more reliable source of stats. I feel like there's like not really like it's either the Interscholastic League or Max Preps, and even then, it's teams don't post them.
I think Game Changer has some stats.
Correct.
First delivery,
There's a strike.
strike one. Landon Sumner on the mound.
Sumner on the season with 42 strikeouts, 4-2 record, 35 base on balls, and an ERA of 2.97.
Joey takes strike 2.
He's got to stay composed. He's going to get a swing. It's going to be a tip.
Rivera starting off this game looking a little impatient on the mound, looking like he wants to swing at something but not knowing what he wants to. Probably looking for a meatball down the middle, but I don't think Sumner's going to give that to him.
The nice thing about Joey, he has patience. He knows what he wants to take and he wants to not take.
But that's going to be a strikeout for Joey Rivera, and that's the first of the night for Sumner.
Coming up to bat now is sophomore Jair Blanco. Jair is hitting .389 for 67 plate appearances with 21 hits and 21 RBIs.
Hey, we're doing the game right now. It started 3-4.
So a beautiful slider put in the bottom right of the box. Brings it in for strike 1 for Blanco. Looked like he was showing bunt for a minute, but there goes strike 2.
And Jair looks over at his third base coach, young Grenier, to see if he was giving him that bunt sign. And he pulls away last second. I choke him in the back here.
Pitch again is
Solid
gonna be
contact
tipped.
right down the first baseman line. He's trying to stay alive here in the bottom of the first inning.
So far, Sumner's loving that edge of the plate, finding it both on the inside and on the outside. He's doing a great job of clipping the box and keeping it in the strike zone.
Oh, right up the
Solid
middle.
hit.
He tripped.
Good. Follow that ball. Excellent.
And that's going to be sent to the second baseman, out at first. 2 outs for the Wizards.
Up to bat now is catcher Nick Anderchow. He is batting .392, 67 plate appearances. He's got 21 hits and 21 RBIs. A little quiet. Sumner's going to take the sign.
Calls
Yeah,
time.
batter calls time. Another strike for Sumner, catching the bottom of the zone with that fastball.
Nick is a very, very plate vision sort of batter. He does not take anything he doesn't want to swing at. See there, he kind of check swings a little bit, gets into his rotation, starts torquing his hips, and he stops.
Sumner's very good at painting that bottom corner.
It's a ball for Sumner. Count is 1-2. It's been a very passive start for the Wizards. Coming over from the hitting side. And that's going to be tipped over the spectators towards the first base line. Thankfully, I didn't park over there, so I don't have to worry about my car getting hit.
Like I said, Nick really doesn't like to chase. You can see he waited for his opportunity to read this pitcher, see where he's throwing.
Is the pitch outside of the plate? Very outside. Bringing up ball 3, making the full count coming up.
Nick, being a catcher himself, he really knows how to read where these balls are going to go.
Excuse me, count's been updated
Especially
to 2-2.
he has a great eye, good bat vision, good plate vision. He knows where to put the ball.
Oh, foul tip. Just got a piece of it.
So 6 pitches deep into this at-bat.
And on deck is pitcher number 23, sophomore Mason Hunt.
Another tip coming from the bat.
Hit the
Looks
catcher.
like catcher shaking up a little bit.
You might be seeing 3 baseballs.
Catcher for the Chargers is a Pice, number 11. And he seems all good after that. Just one of those balls that just hits you in the chest, gets the wind knocked out of you. Get up, good to go. Here's the 7th pitch, and that's going to be a ball. Excuse me, that was the 8th pitch of the at-bat. We're going into the 9th. Here's Sumner with the pitch.
Walked him.
Curve hits the top of the zone, doesn't clip it. That's going to be a walk for Nick Andrewchow.
Coming up to bat cleanup is pitcher number 23, sophomore Mason Hunt. He is batting .275, 58 plate appearances, 9 hits, 14 RBIs.
First pitch is going to be a strike.
Great frame by that catcher. You can see he kind of caught the chalk of that left-hand batter's box, and he's just going to frame it right in, and that umpire's going to call that strike.
Tried to pick him off. Runner gets back in time.
Now I wonder in the high school if they've initiated those new MLB rules where they have the pitch clock and they have certain pickoffs that you can take, or if they haven't. I have to check the rules, see if they added those.
I think just because it's so level, if they wouldn't even have it in college, I don't think they would have it in high school. Just because it's... Oh, Nick Andrewchow going with the run, but that's going to hit to the right, out of the park, foul. Nick's going to have to go back to first base. So now Chariho's going to be aware of that steal attempt going on the second. But going back to that comment before, I think that just because due to schools not having enough technology, I don't think that they would be able to do that. But that would be something good to implement to be able to get the game
And
moving
he's
a
going to
bit.
take second.
Wild pitch in the ground. Nick Andrewchow is going to move to second now, finally.
And the catcher, he tried to block it, and he just couldn't get in front of that ball. Nick is just going to advance.
So with 2 outs, 1 and 2's the count. This puts the Wizards in an interesting situation. Can't send it too deep for a sacrifice fly. But would love to get a runner across the plate. And that pitch is going to be inside. 2 and 2's the count.
Looked like to me that was gonna hit him right in the helmet.
I felt that too.
Kind of swerved a little over him.
And like I say, that is the reason why I quit baseball as a kid. Because I get hit by a pitch once, and that was it. I was done.
When I played Little League, I actually hit a kid in the spine and almost gave him paralysis. That was a pretty interesting day. I had a talk from my grandparents and my mother.
Yep,
She wasn't
that's
happy.
good. Yeah, those Little League pitching machines used to scare the hell out of me, so that was it. Another pitch outside, and that is going to be another walk for Sumner, his second of the game, still in the first inning.
Coming up to bat now is third baseman Jack Prue. Pretty sure he's having a pretty decent season. He's batting .304, 60 plate appearances, 9 hits, 14 RBIs. I feel like some of these stats are wrong. I don't know if I got the plate appearances. Because here it says he has 46 hits. I don't know if he has 46 hits.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't seem like me that if you divide 9 by 60, it would be that low, or that high. I think it would be like a 0.1. I have to fact check in between the innings some of these stats.
So count is 2-0 against Jack Prue. Catcher calls time, meets with his pitcher. Just giving him a few words, let him know, hey, you know, it's all fine, everything's all right. Let's just calm down. Just get this inning over with.
The Wizards are in a good situation with Jack up to bat to get some runs on the board here in the bottom of the first.
Chariho's dug themselves in a hole, and they need to find a way to get out
That's
of
a
it.
great.
somehow.
That's just another great frame by senior catcher Gavin Apice. So, you know, since I don't know the kids on the away team, it's like if I say their name wrong, like I feel bad, but at the same time I don't because I don't know them.
So go with a piece. I think it's a piece.
And just to confirm, Jack Prue has 14 hits on the season with 6 RBIs. So I'm going to be pulling up the actual stats here from Max Preps themselves.
So with a 3-1 count, 2 outs, another walk could be dangerous for Chariho, and he walks him.
Bases loaded. Here comes freshman first baseman Logan Fernandez. He's batting .280, 25 at bats, 7 hits, 5 RBIs.
Chargers coach steps up to the mound, meets with the team, meets with the infield. So bases loaded for the Wizards. This is a great spot for them if they can capitalize on a slow inning start that they had. But for the Chargers, you know, they came out swinging out of the gates, and they started off pretty hot batting-wise, but over here on the defense side of the field, they haven't been able to produce much. And unfortunately, that all comes at the hands of the pitcher.
Oh, forget it. They finished talking. I waited too long. All right.
So here we go, returning back to the ball game. Everyone get back to their respective positions. See if Sumner cleared his headspace a little bit. With a fresh count, fresh player, still need to get 1 out for the Chargers. Bases loaded here at McCarthy Field. First pitch,
Right down the middle.
beautiful slider.
Put a lot of emphasis on that strike. Usually he's just been given the hand sign. He's like, strike.
Here comes the second pitch, another slider, finding the corner of the outside corner, excuse me, of the strike zone. Brings up an 0-2 count.
This Chariho Chargers catcher, he's doing a beautiful. Oh.
What happened?
And Jack Prue, as he was taking his lead, he had a slip.
So yeah, looked like he slipped the first or second line. And swing and a miss for the Wizards. Logan Fernandez strikes out swinging as that retires the side.
Wizards go down on strikes, and we're going to step aside. Still tied here 0-0 at McCarthy Field.
And we're going to be going on to the top of the first. Wizards are going to take the field again. Having a very, very solid inning, as in terms of having a good eye, taking the pitches. Nick had that, 9-pitch at bat where he took what he wanted.
Compared to last season, the Wizards have a lot of younger players coming out, a lot more freshmen and sophomores in this starting lineup here. Compared to last season, it was a very heavy senior, junior roster. Now it looks like they're switching it up a little bit, so definitely a different approach coming this season, and obviously it's worked for them. They're coming into this game 14-5 is West Warwick's record. Chargers on the other side 11-8. So coming up to bat for the Chargers next. Right field, number 30, Pawning.
Are you guys not doing the numbers to the at bat? Do you guys not know how to do that?
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
Excuse me. Shortstop. Sorry, third baseman, number 21, Pepler. And center field, number 34, Elderkin.
It should switch automatic. Is there not? There should be a button just to switch the innings, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
So for the Chargers this season, They've been batting .261 average, on-base percentage of .390, slugging percentage of .343, and a fielding percentage of .914. So in terms of against the Wizards, a little bit lacking on the batting side, but in terms of fielding, they have been absolutely great, especially against the national average. They've allowed 34 fewer runs and have struck out 33 more batters than most other teams around the country. So pitching-wise for Chariho, beautiful. So as we get started on the way at the top of the second, stepping up, number 30, right field, Pawning.
Rowan Downing.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's Downing. I had it down as Pawning here.
Yeah, it looks like a P on my lineup too.
Great
Excuse
first
me for
pitch
that.
by Mason Hunt. He's playing to his strengths here. You gotta figure out the batter. First pitch should show you really all you need. Mason 1-1.
Oh, beautiful frame.
And one of the best parts that I will credit to being behind the plate is hearing the crackle when you have a very fast ball coming at you.
Right in the catcher's mitt.
Right in the
I love
catcher's
that
mitt.
sound.
Ball's going to be sliced towards
Grounder
third
right to
base. Is he going to make the throw over the first? It's going to be high, way over the runner. Runner's going to second. Is he going to stop there? And he is.
Now,
Nick Andrichow making up for it.
Zoom in when
That's 2 first batter errors for the Wizards.
I was gonna say, would we
and
consider
they're
that
gonna
an error?
call the ball out of play and send that batter back to first.
Okay.
So they're just gonna call it.
No.
That would be an E5, right, or
He's
E4.
returning his.
Oh, he was returning. Sometimes if they threw it too far out of play, they'll just call it not a play and make him stay at first, or let him take the one back.
excellent job, you guys. This is the best camera work I've had on any baseball game we've ever done.
Hunt getting his sign, he's gonna nod. Delivery. Strike.
Nice pitch.
Up to bat for the Chargers, number 21, third baseman Pepler.
You know, when we go down and talk to the coaches, I should probably start talking to them actually how to pronounce people's names. Because when I did softball, I said Allie's name wrong like, what, a good 10 times?
The whole entire game.
The whole time.
Listen, it's high school. It's going to happen. Oh, Pepler takes another ball. Excuse me, that's the first ball of the count. Count is 1-2. The runner on second from the error from third baseman Logan Fernandez. Excuse me, third baseman Jack Crew.
Trying to see if they, maybe the strategy here is try to bait the steal, have Nick gun him down. We don't know.
Pitch is going to be swung in the dirt, and that is going to be struck out swinging is Gavin Pepper. That is Mason's second strikeout tonight.
Now batting up is number 34, Ethan Elderkin. Bunt is going to be called. They're going to sack bunt,
Nice.
get the batter in scoring position on third.
So a sack bunt by Ethan Elderkin, and that is going to advance Dawning to third with 2 outs. So it puts the Chargers in a good position. But stepping up is number 24, Mancini, and he's going to have to do something here if he wants to get his player on third over the plate.
That was an interesting call. It looked a little outside to me, but Nick's very good at framing. Looks like this umpire is an enjoyer of framing. He's calling a lot of framing calls.
And that ball's going to be popped deep center field.
He got it.
And making that catch, center field, Joseph
Joey
Rivera.
Rivera.
So that will retire the side for the Wizards,
For the
coming unscathed throughout the second. Both teams still scoreless going into the bottom half of the second inning, where Chargers will take the mound. And we are going to take a short break here on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Baseball.
And we're back. Mike Dennis here, Logan Randall, and Chad Rando is on a camera as one of our camera women take a break. And we're going to be right into the action here. Batting up now is number 12, senior, for second baseman Dylan Pavoyer.
One and
It's
one
going
count.
to be a 1-1 count here at the bottom of the second. The delivery. He's going to call it a strike. It seems that, you got to play your advantages here. This umpire's got a very interesting
Strike zone. Very wide.
And low. He's been calling some low ones. Interesting
out
inside
Pavoyer.
is swinging. I get. Coming up to bat now is number 45, Wilmer Montella Cruz. He's DH. And if you're just to clarify, if you're a non-baseball fan or don't understand what DH is, it means designated hitter. And since Anthony Burt isn't hitting and he's the designated fielder, Wilmer will be batting for him. Wilmer's got a bat on him. Big kid, a lot of power.
Take strike one looking.
Wilmer's hitting 2-1-2 for the season with 41 plate appearances, 7 hits, 7 RBIs.
0-2 now.
He's going to look over to Coach Grenier to get some advice here, down 0-2.
Oh, wild pitch.
Wilmer's going to step back in the box, down in the count here, 1-2, 1 out. Going to swing, get a nice chop at it, just a little chopper down the third base line.
Just barely put in play.
Wilmer's a step back in the box here, 4th pitch, 1-2. Delivery.
Oh, we got him.
That looked a little high to me. Kind of looked like he lobbed it in there. Coming up to bat now is junior number 8, Luke Gallo, and he is a lefty. And I'm pretty sure he is in right, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because 8 would be 8 where Joey Rivera is. Yep, that's center. And Luke Gallo is batting 412.
deep
Oh,
fly
he's going to get a hit.
Center fielder tracks it down, makes a outstanding catch.
Good job, Dave.
That was great contact by Luke Gallo.
The Wizards
And
are
before I was
retired.
interrupted, he was batting 412 with 50 plate appearances, 14 hits, and 12 RBIs. He actually has a triple, too, this season. And as the sides retired, we're going to be going to the top of the third. Wizards are going to take the field. Mason's throwing a pretty decent game. Obviously, he's got to take advantage of the strike zone. I mean, as you could see at that one more at bat, he was calling some high strikes, very high. He's calling some wide strikes too, some low strikes. Very interesting strike zone. Obviously, you got to take advantage of that as the catcher. Get some frames in there. Try to just catch the corner.
Wasn't imagining it to be this cold.
So, Chad, while you're there, and thank you again, just follow the ball. Follow the ball. Okay, so we're top of the
And-
third, right, gentlemen?
Our play-by-play, if you want to say, I guess we're all just chipping in. He's on the camera still, next to us in the home stands.
He doesn't look very happy.
He looks locked in. He's just standing there. He's got his hands in his pocket.
Hey, can you guys hear me? I think you can hear me.
Oh, we got the white mic.
We've got the Mr. White mic. Yes. Thank you, Chad. He's going up. He's filling in on camera for right now. Got a great crew here. The camera work being done here by Gina Matera, Deja Murtaugh, and my student
Caden Masha.
Caden Masha. Thank you.
See, when you ask her to do a job,
I said you. Yeah.
you see, when you
And Deja's one of my students as well. So, okay, I'll let you guys get back to it. Okay.
and just a clarification: if you're ever a boss, do not figure your employee's name because it will not go over well with them.
0-1 now.
Listen, whatever your name is, there's nothing wrong with my memory.
This is bottom of the order. This is junior second baseman Everett Kinnear, and he's going to hit a routine out. Jair Blanco. Good arm. Good catch by Logan Fernandez. Routine play. It's getting cold in this press box. I feel like I'm freezing over here. Logan's cold, and he has a jacket on. I have short sleeves. Coming up to bat now, we're rotating the order. Gavin Apice, catcher, and he is a senior.
He is 1 for 1 today on a pop flight error. Hits that one just foul out of play.
He's going to hit a little chopper, just foul. Mason's pitching a pretty good game. He's taking advantage of what he knows the weaknesses are. That's going to be a beautiful pitch right in there. It's going to be right by Apice.
Pike showed bunt right there for a second.
On with the delivery. And that's going to be another play to Jair Blanco. Is he going to make the out? Just not
throws it
barely.
away.
Throws it away. Nick's going to hustle.
They're having a tough time with that throw to first base today. Another base hit for Apice.
It's a long throw. Especially the third to first. It's like, I think it's a good 40 yards. It's far. Coming up to bat now is number 7, Leo Emery, and he's DH.
He doesn't call me back.
Is Nick going to shoot him? No.
Good job.
Just
Off.
safe.
He just tried to steal the base.
Anderson's got a cannon behind that plate. He got that ball out quick. He popped up, and he's just a little, slightly too left for Dylan to catch. They're going to slide Dylan over here for the ground ball. Try to solid hit. Jair's going to catch it. Two good plays by Jair Blanco, their shortstop. And we're going to be in the top of the third, 2 outs. Coming up to bat now is pitcher number 16, Landon Sumner.
Just stay with the ball longer than you think you need to.
Nice little mound visit.
Tony went to first, Morgan.
Okay.
And we have a substitution at first base, Antonio Corrado. I don't know if he's going to take his spot batting. I think he might. He's a senior. Mason Hunt with the delivery. He'll be outside. Landon's really taking the takes that he likes here. He's a little two-way player. And they play a lot of two-way play here. Usually they have, you know.
Oh, nice base
And
hit.
here's a play to Anthony Burr. Is he going to gun him down? Nope.
Bobbles it.
He bobbles it.
All right, Dave.
Chargers go up.
We need her on the next one. Because I was in first base, like,
Top of the third. Chargers are going to be up 1-0 off a nice little hit from pitcher number 16, Landon Sumner. Coming up bat cleanup is Adam Carpenter, their shortstop, senior.
we should do something in the outfield. We need 18 minutes. We need to do something. Just to have fun with it. Because we don't have
Good.
all like up like this.
I'm on you.
And Mason Hunt with the delivery outside to Nick Anderchow.
Yes.
Got a runner on the right corner at first. And Antonio Corrado is playing very close on the base, trying to get a pick off here. He's going to check his runner, take the sign, delivery. Pop up, and it's
Foul.
out of play, foul.
Everybody doing well? How you doing back there, Aiden?
And it's 1-1 the count as I'm checking the scoreboard. 2 outs. Delivery to Carpenter. He's going to take it. 1-2.
Oh, like Calvin? Yeah.
Asia, there's a runner at first.
And
Get there.
it
Somebody's
looks
gotta
like a
get there.
play. And
caught
Corrado's
by
gonna make-
Corrado.
Corrado's going to make the play.
Good job.
Good IQ just to get out there on defense.
I'm on you, Chad. Just keep it right.
And we're gonna step aside as the Chargers go up 1-0 against the Wizards here at McCarthy Field.
And it looks like Granier's holding a little campfire meeting out here by the third base home dugout. Congratulating his team on getting out of that inning. But they are going to be down here in 1.
Never mind, I lied. We are staying here.
Coach, you said 2 hits, 2 errors. Instead of 1 and 3.
2 hits, 2 errors.
Are you muted?
I'm not muted. Are you muted?
I'm on the pitch game.
See, our advisor, Mr. White, doesn't clarify with us when he's...
I know, right? He said every
I know.
every switch of the inning.
I did. Yes, I did. I just changed my mind because there were a couple of other buttons to press. So it'll be, you know.
He's a liar.
Have you been talking to my ex-wife again? Okay.
Says the guy who can't forget his own who forgets his own employee's name. We're having good fun here at McCarthy Field, watching some Wizards baseball.
7.
And we're going to be going to the bottom of the third. And coming up to bat, I think we're rotating the order. I think it's Joey Rivera. Yep, there he is.
Joey today is 0 for 1. think he struck out in the first, right?
Joey's a very disciplined batter in that box. He takes what he wants. Does have good power on the bat. He is a contact swinger, got a lot of speed. And I'm going to refresh the stats here. Joey's going to be batting .291, 70 plate appearances, 16 hits, 8 RBIs. And here we are, bottom of the third. Sumner takes the sign.
Dugout trying to get the batter going.
Sumner delivery, strike one. And as I look over to my left, I see the entire Wizards dugout standing up and giving a little standing ovation for their
Lead
teammate, screaming Joey.
Wizards need to find a way to rally back here.
He's going to take a hack at it for his second strike. And in the on-deck circle is shortstop, sophomore Jair Blanco, number 1. He's going to take ball 1. Kind of surprised he didn't call that a strike.
Oh, that was in the dirt.
And solid chipper shot to the second baseman. Routine play. 1 out, Chargers. Coming up to bat now, number 1, sophomore shortstop, Jair Blanco. He had a pretty good defensive inning, got the little chipper shot just behind him at short. He missed that throw, unfortunately, which did help them score the run, but he did have that other throw to save the inning. Delivery by Sumner. It's going to be a ball outside. And coming back to the booth, we're going to be joined by Chad Rondo. He's back from the camera.
Good
Hello.
camera
He looks
work.
happy. He's got a smile on his face.
Good camera work, Chad. Thank you very much.
I do got to say, though, just came back in here. I'm already breaking
That
chairs.
caught the corner there.
Oh, you just broke the chair.
There we go. All good.
Chad, how was the camera out there? Was it
It's
good?
It's a bit nippy out there, though, so I do got to say it's definitely a lot nicer.
Yeah, you didn't look happy.
Yeah.
Mr. Rondo looked relentless out there. He's a jack of all trades
A little cold.
for this West Warwick High School broadcasting and media pathway.
and I don't even go here anymore.
When you say Mr. Rondo, I had Mr. Ed Rondo was my principal at Cranston West years ago. Had a great voice, and he used to do voiceovers for the Ginsu knife commercials. I remember. I hope he's still around. He's a good guy.
Could be a long lost
any relation?
relative.
Could be.
Yeah, he could be. There's Rondos everywhere.
The white mic's going to be stepping in every inning or so to give us a little history fact.
Oh, that ball is put into play. Looks like it's gonna hit. Nope. Oh, right fielder couldn't track it down. And it's a stand-up double for Jair Blanco.
That was a tough play. I mean, I thought that ball was going to get right into the middle of the gap between the center and right fieldman. It did, and then they bobbled the fly out, unfortunately. I don't know if I should be rooting the enemy team. I feel like I'm trying to stay professional here.
Gotta root for both sides.
Gotta look for both sides.
We do got to be a little biased sometimes.
Little bias.
I mean, it is called Wizards TV.
I don't want any of these boys to jump me.
It's a long ride back to China.
It is a long ride back to Chariho. So stepping back up to the plate, catcher number 10, Nick Andrew Chow, as he slices that one down the third baseline foul. Count
had
is
a-
0-1.
Pretty long at bat, that first at bat. It was what, 9 pitches, right,
Yes.
Chad?
9 pitches with a walk, so he was battling.
So now that Nick's kind of warmed up a little bit in the game on the fielding side, let's see if he can turn it around batting-wise. The fastball high and up. And that's going to be a count of 2-1.
With this umpire strikes, I'm surprised that wasn't a strike.
I know. I thought that was going to be
He's a little inconsistent with his calls. It's okay. It looks like an older guy.
Checking
Right
inside
down
of
the
plate.
middle. You know, I'm so self-conscious that I'm just going to interrupt you when you're talking.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
We live and learn here behind the mic.
Beautiful slider from Sumner as that strikes out Nick Andrew Chow.
And coming up, batting cleanup is pitcher Mason Hunt. He's having a pretty good game on the mound. Pretty solid.
Last time up, got walked and made it all the way to second before the first was done.
Yeah, I got to get those sheets that you have. I got to start tracking stats over here. It's a little hard with Mike with the mic.
Yeah, it was about 20 minutes before the game, and I was like, oh my god, I need to print out score sheets. So they do come in handy, though. I got to thank the great radio host John Parenti for teaching me these tricks last year. Shout out, John.
Learning from the best.
Yes.
I had a very good conversation with Mr. Parenti at one of the basketball games I did for the playoffs, and you know he told me he'd love to get me in the booth, and then here we are.
Yeah, great guy.
Without him, we have a little three-man crew. Senior, sophomore, and graduated. Chad should be at college. He's here helping us doing some sport broadcasting.
Gotta help back to where my roots started. So a 2-1 count for Mason Hunt.
Delivery by Sumner.
Oh, nice.
It's
ball.
gonna be a
Shot right
solid
field.
hit.
Oh,
Good catch by the right
nice
fielder.
catch, and the Wizards are retired.
Had a little slide and catch.
So
Lots
with
of-
that is going to take us into the top of the fourth, with coming back out on the field. And we will be right back from McCarthy Field. This is a Wizards production of baseball. Welcome back to McCarthy Fields. I am Chad Rondo here, joined by Logan Randall and Mike.
Mike with the mic. Mike Dennis.
And we are starting here at the top of the fourth. Chargers up 1-0, scoring in the top of the third. Kind of a rough game so far for the Wizards, but they're looking to turn it around here at the midway point of the game. Still on the plate is Mason Hunt, and the only change that we have had is Tony Corrado coming in. I believe is that first base over there.
I mean, Logan had a couple of botches, but he's a freshman. He's going to improve. I mean, good kid.
From the stats that mean nothing department, it is 4:44, and we're in the top of the fourth. Back to you guys.
Thrown around today. And we got 4 guys on the mic today, so
Ooh, look at that.
we're going.
Going. Hunt with the delivery. Right down the middle.
You could say we're a force to be reckoned with. Okay.
We should play the lottery. Lucky
I
number
actually,
4.
as a student in his English class, he always makes dad jokes all the time. Puns, this, that. Mason having a solid game here. Up 0-2 against Mr. Downing. Right? Yeah.
Oh, nice scoop by Nick Andrew Chow.
So Downing's last time up ended up hitting a double due to an error from the third baseman. Made it all the way to third. Couldn't get anything with that. Now coming here, taking another pitch on the outside. Count moving up to 2-2.
Mason takes a sign. Hunt with the delivery.
Strike
And
3.
he's going to get him. Nick drops it. Easy play right to Tony Corrado.
And that was a beautiful curve coming over from the side of Mason Hunt. Catch it Downing swinging at it. And that's going to make an easy first out for the Wizards here at the top of the 4th. And stepping up to the plate is number 21, Gavin Pepler, third baseman.
Nice high fly ball.
It's going to be a can of corn for Jack Prue. Makes the play.
So pop fly Pepler to the third baseman, which will bring out the second out of the game, which will bring in number 34, Ethan Elderkin, center fielder senior. Last time up, 0-1, first to third out.
And I don't know the kid personally, but he just drew something in the sand. Maybe his girlfriend. Maybe a loved one.
Good luck, Ritual.
Good luck, Ritual.
Draw the girlfriend's name, talk to the coach.
It's like that
Go
scene
hit
in
a
The
digger.
Natural, you know, where Robert Redford sees Glenn Close standing up. Or am I aging myself here?
I think I think a little bit.
You got it. You got to see
He's
The
trying
Natural.
to tell us pop culture references from
Got to
you as
see
a
The
childhood.
Natural, you guys. One of the
I've
best.
heard of it, yeah.
One of the best movies and baseball movies ever.
I'm sure everyone that's listening to this right now is
What is it?
kicking us in the head.
The Natural.
The Natural. I have to go home and watch that.
Mason Hunt with the delivery. It's going to
Oh,
be
shot
an
it up.
easy play
Oh.
right through the gap. Good attempt by Jared Blanco. And Mr. Downing is going to take first base. We got a nice little crew here. Nice little group of fans. And our principal's here. She's very enthusiastic, very supportive of the Wizards. And she takes the worst pictures. Sorry. Love ya.
She's always bringing her dog Coco around. That's something new they started this year. Last year they didn't really. Coco wasn't there much at all.
I
She
think
was there a couple of days. Towards the end.
Yeah, I
A
think
few days,
Coco.
but,
So Coco is actually her dog, who is certified, I think, as emotional support, so that she can bring her into the school. So that was something that she was in the process of doing. Coco's a great dog.
It's going to be chipped by Christian Mancini.
Is he using a wood bat?
I think so. Yeah. No. Of course, the Italians are using the wood bat, right?
Dude, what's up with you and the Italians?
Hey, there's a lot of Italians in Rhode Island. Just want to tell you. I grew up with most of them in Cranston.
I am one of them, so
Ooh, Nick's gonna check the runner. He wanted to gun him. I think he's still when you saw him the way he reacted when he missed that throw to second to Dylan, he looked a little he looked upset. He wants to gun someone down. Actually, I didn't get the fielding stats, so I don't even have no idea how many caught stealings he has.
So the count is 3-1 for Mancini. Last time up for him, I don't have the stats in that because I was working the camera.
Kind of reminds me of the show The Tulsa King, who stars. Can't think. This is Sylvester Stallone. Yep, and
Sylvester
he plays a
Stallone,
character
yo,
called
you don't forget his
Dwight
name.
Manfredi. So Mancini Manfredi, you know.
And Mancini's going to end up
And-
taking a walk.
Mason Hunt's gonna walk him. Yep.
So it's his Elderkin the second, Mancini at first, and stepping up now is number 10, Everett Nur Jr., second
And he's
baseman.
using a metal bat before Chad comments on it. Nick's gonna give he's gonna talk to his pitcher, try to get his composure back in the game. He's not throwing wild. He looks calm. He looks composed. He's locked.
Definitely having that 1-1 in is not a good feeling as a pitcher. It's definitely a little unsettling. And I'm sure that's getting to him a little bit, even though he's been pitching a fair game. But sometimes you just need to just get their headspace all checked out. And, obviously pitchers and catchers have such a tight-knit relationship that sometimes those are the only one who'll be able to pull you out of that headspace. So even just a look, just to, hey, get back in it. So Miller takes strike one, count 0-1 with 2 outs here on the top of the 4th. And we have runners on the move. That's going to be spliced.
Is Tony gonna make another play?
right.
No, out of play. Maybe he was gonna like do like a MLB jump over, catch it, have a fan try to.
Some parkour over the roof of the dugout.
We are lucky in high school baseball. We do not have fans that try to do a Randy Moss over first and third baseman.
No, I don't know. Is it working now?
So the runners from Chariho wanted to go before. So you have to be worried about that if you're the Wizards. And he looks towards that. Trying to pick off. Not trying to pick off, trying to scare the guy on second. To not take too huge of a lead.
There should be a little silver knob. I think, or maybe that's on Gene. It's broken.
Elderkin looking on second.
Got him.
That's going to pick him for strike 3.
That's it.
And that's going to retire at the top of the 4th.
All right, we're going to the bottom of the 4th, Beefs.
So going into the bottom of the 4th, Chariho is up 1-0 on the Wizards. For the mounds coming up still should be Sumner pitching. And we will be right back after this short break.
And we're back. We are back. Mike with the mic, aka Mike Dennis, Chad Rondo, and Logan Randall, who hasn't said much. He's
I'm
very
ready
quiet
for
over
bed.
there. He's tired. He's here for the experience, and we get the best seats in the house. And we're not hidden by the cold in the back.
I do gotta say though, the chicken wire is nice to have up in front of us on the glass, but kind of sucks visibility wise because it's like how often are they really popping it back over here?
Isn't that what the cage behind the batter's for?
Yeah, but if you think about it, it arches, so that could still come over and then hit us.
Right, but
In this game, I got to say, I can have them raise that for the next game that we cover, but it is very rare that you don't get a ball that comes back here. We have not had a lot of balls come back here, but you'd be surprised at how many clear the backstop and come here, especially when we don't have a roof cam today, but that's always something. Once or twice a game, you'll get a ball go over or on top of the roof. So I can see why they have this in.
Well, if one lands in our window, then I guess we can get one of the players to sign it as a souvenir. So
There we go. And you got to be careful where you park.
yes.
Coming up to the bat, already in batting, is Jack Prue. See, they have him down as number 5 on our copy of the lineup, and then on Max Reps they have him as 3, because I thought it was Bert. Bert's 5. If I'm not wrong, right? Bert's 5.
Yes. So 1-1 is the count for sophomore Jack Prue. Another
He's gonna take a
swing.
good hack at it.
Oh,
toss
so the
out.
count before was 1-2, and that's gonna
So does
strike
this
him out there.
So is Tony coming up now? Yep, he did take a spot in the lineup too.
Yes. So making his first batting appearance, number 11 senior Tony Corrado. After the start from freshman Logan Fernandez. And here's the pitch. Fastball down the middle, just gets past the bat. 0-1 is the count.
We're having a little wire management situation. My wire is currently just, it has a mind of its own. So we got up here, we figured everything out. We had everything good, and then it sold it.
You always figure everything out, and then something always goes wrong with every broadcast. It might be minor, it might be major, every time. So, you guys are doing great, by the way.
Yeah, we were supposed to do the scoreboard, and then we had someone come up, and I'm pretty sure you're Tony's brother, right?
Sadly.
Yeah.
Sadly.
We do have Tony Carl's older brother, and I guess that proves to be true as Tony ends up striking out here.
Didn't get the baseball, James.
Having a good time up here.
So stepping up to the plate, number 12 senior Dylan Provier. Second baseman. His last time up, I also don't have stats on because I was manning the camera, but that's a beautiful line drive. Does that stay fair? It does not. Umpire calls it foul.
That was an interesting call. Very, very interesting call. I think that it kind of tapped and then went out. But,
Yeah, that's something that we can't tell from our view over here. That's
We do have binoculars.
That's, I would say that's where the binoculars come in, but even then, it's I don't know how you
We're
make
gonna
that
have
call.
Tony's
over
brother
there.
get on the binoculars. He's gonna give us all everything.
So Dylan with an 0-2 count, 2 outs here at the bottom of the fourth. He's going to swing, sent down the left field line, but that's just going to fare foul.
He's line dancing over here, one to the next. Dylan's gonna be down the count 0-2, but he's got 2 very good hacks for his first 2 pitches. Good hits.
So not really sitting on anything. There's that pitch again, and he sends it
Oh,
to
right to
the
the
first
first.
baseman. That is a line drive, as that is going to retire the 4th inning. Chargers still up 1-0. 2 innings left to play at McCarthy Field. Beautiful weather, and we will see you guys right after this break. Welcome back to a Wizards production of Wizards Baseball here at McCarthy Field. A somewhat beautiful, cloudy 59 degrees outside today. Heading into the top of the 5th, Wizards on the fields. Still looking to make something happen. Still got two innings to play with. Got to close out these defensive halves. But nothing to worry about if you are West Warwick. And stepping up to the plate for the Chargers is right back to the top of the rotation, number 11, Gavin Apiece.
We made a joke. We went to break that Mr. White was actually gonna take us out to the ball game. He was gonna get on the stadium mic and just start singing his heart out.
And that's going to be a ball sent rolling to Mason Hunt and just tosses it over to Tony for the first out of the inning.
He is having a day, though. He is 2 for 3, swinging on mostly every pitch.
I could sing a
Coming up to
solo.
bat now is DH Leo Emery.
I could sing a solo. Solo, you can't hear it.
Keep him coming, Mr. White. Keep him coming. And almost sent back up to Mason Hunt again. Dive! Couldn't make it from the second baseman. And Joey's just going to scoop that up.
Did they switch their second baseman? I think there's someone else there. Oh, it's Charlie. Charlie Brown.
Just remember, Deja, to follow the run.
Good grief.
Was your brother not starting because he got in trouble?
Don't worry about it. Just follow the runner until you know he's out. Okay.
He skipped class.
Well, you know, he got
One out here. Zion first.
What about Charlie?
I don't know. No, they usually come in. They usually come in like the 4th inning. So.
Step up to the plate now is number 16, the pitcher, Sumner.
I think Charlie switches. He flips, doesn't he? Yeah.
His first time up, out, and last time out, unrecorded. Didn't me being on the camera. And that's going to be chopped to left, and that's going to be sent down the third base foul line. Count is 1-1.
I swear to God, all you can hear is this chair.
Because you're not talking. It's a little hostile.
Tilt down just a smidge. Tilt down just a smidge.
Maybe for something good to happen. That's why I'm not talking.
There's the 1-1 pitch, and he's going to take a looking strike. 1-2 is the call.
Someone just screamed, "I'll do it myself." I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Is he Thanos? Do we have a big purple man coming up to bat? Maybe he'll use the space zone. Just like,
Ooh, that ball's popped up in the infield.
He's got it.
and Charlie makes the play.
Charlie bound with the play. That is going to bring 2 outs for the Chargers. Still with a man on first.
Coming up to bat now is number 2, Adam Carpenter. He's batting cleanup. And he is playing shortstop.
First time up, struck out. So obviously going to look to do something different here. Mason with the pitch, and it's going to be outside, and they're going to try to tag the dude at first. Could not get him. Emery gets safe at first.
I told you after Nick didn't get that first one, he wants to gun someone down. He's waiting. He's
waiting.
irking.
Oh, 1 is the call, and that's going to be high and away. Ball 1.
Nick tried to frame that a little bit just to the right corner of the plate, just didn't get that call.
The ball's hit deep center.
Joey Rivera under it.
Should be an easy play, and it is. And that brings up the 3rd out. Quick innings coming since the score from the top of the 3rd from the Chargers, who are still leading this game 1-0. As Wizards going to get a little meeting before they take the field to bat, looking to get something happening.
And maybe this time when we come out of break, Mr. White will actually sing and take us out to the ball game.
You'll find out right after this.
And coming out of the break, this is Mike with the mic, Mike Dennis, Logan Randall, and Chad Rondo. It's a good game, solid. It's a 1-0 lead. We're going into the bottom of the 5th. And leading off the inning is going to be Wilmer Montella Cruz.
Still trying to get that solo from Mr. White over there.
That's so low.
Maybe if they hit a walk-off, he'll have a nice little thing. First home run for the season.
Little post-game concert.
Yeah.
I have always thought, you see, I love to sing in my car, okay? You know, me and people who know what they're doing sounds pretty good, but I'm thinking if anybody was ever hiding in my car hoping to carjack me and just heard my singing, I think they would just, give up and jump out, because it's that bad. I have a nice speaking voice, but singing, no. But thank you, guys.
Is this what you think about at night? Just, if somebody's in my car.
Unfortunately, yes, yes.
So, Wilma taking the first strike. 0-1 is the count. And we once again like to give a shout out to the production team for West Warwick High School today. Producer Mr. Eric White, and working the camera Deja Murtaugh, Gina Madara, and Kaden Matcha.
And the first time that we announced him, Mr. White forgot his name. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that in class tomorrow.
And, third baseman couldn't make a dive to it, but that throw over the first, does it get him in time? And it does. Well, we're trying to hit a chip shot to third. Third baseman making a beautiful diving throw. Over to the first baseman.
Coming up to bat now is Mr. Gallo, Luke. He is our right fieldman, number 8, and he is a junior.
And he shares a birthday with Mr. White.
And he shares
November
a birthday with
5th.
Mr. White.
Yes.
And he's a lefty, just like Tony.
He's a couple of years younger than me, though, believe it or
Just
not.
just a little bit.
Just a few. Luke's going to take strike 1. Caught the very, very wide strike zone of this umpire.
So the strike zone of this umpire is not really like a square. It's kind of more like
And he's
like-
going to take a hack at strike 2 on pitch 2.
I'd say it's more shaped like a stomach, you know, the strike zone. It's not a huge square, but it's kind of like, it's a little all over the place. So Luke Gallo, 0-2.
Okay. Yes.
One out here at the bottom of the 5th. Wizards still need to make something going. No one has been able to do that yet, but
Hey guys, can somebody else go up and take? Gina's has to take one more break. Can one of you go up and
Not
take
it.
the camera?
I can go.
You got
I can go and do it again.
again?
Yeah.
All right, Chad's coming.
So once again, I'm being relieved to my duties as a cameraman. Enjoy the broadcast with Mike Dennis and Logan Randall.
Mike with the mic. Mike and Ike. And batting is the leadoff man, Joseph Rivera. 2 outs. This is the bottom of the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Mr. Corrado? Bottom of the 5th?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to get a little interview with you. You want to hop on?
Definitely not. I'm out of my thing now.
Wait, I'm paying you. Wait, pick it up.
He's out of his broadcasting era. Ooh. Strike 2 swinging to Rivera.
They need to get something going here on offense. It's just a tough game.
Strikeout swinging for Rivera.
And Joey doesn't look very happy after that strikeout. Huge hitting slump here for the Wizards.
All right, we're going to step aside again here as the Chariho Chargers are up against the Wizards with a 1-0 lead at McCarthy Field.
And coming back, this is Mike with the mic, a.k.a. Mike Dennis. Logan Randall and Chad Rondo has relieved his duty as a broadcaster. He's back on the camera on the away. Actually, no, that's the home side at the third base camera. Mason Hunt still on the mound coming into the top of the 6th. And if I'm not wrong, there's what? This and the 7th.
Yep.
And the Wizards coming off a 1-0 loss at Prout yesterday. So this is a tough stretch for them. I mean, the game before that, Burt strikes out 19. And we're still checking to see if that's a record for us. I mean, that is, you just don't see that very often in a high school game especially. And so Wizards need to get some offense going here, definitely.
I talked to Mr. Grenier yesterday, and he said that he was throwing up to I think he said upper 90s. So even for a high school student as a junior, that's pretty fast.
And fun fact about Mr. Burt, he's actually committed to play Division I ball, and just between the sophomore and junior year, to play at St. Johnny's. D1 commit there.
Not a bad school.
Pretty good school. They got a couple NCAA Division I championships. It's gonna be a good experience for him to get some leverage to make it. Hopefully, make it. He's got that skill. Mason Hunt's gonna pitch a pitch, and he's fouled just behind us. And this is number 30, Mr. Downing. Rowan. Okay, so his name was clarified for us. When I start talking to these coaches, I'm going to ask for name pronunciations. A little golf chipper shot. Oh, did he miss on it? He might have missed. It might have been just a tip.
Oh, and 2 now. Just a bit outside. Oh, Mike's standing. Stuff's getting serious.
I thought I heard cleats coming up, and I'm like, do I gotta go open the door? We'll get Corrado to do it.
Oh!
What a hit.
That
Is
is a
Joey gonna
hit.
get there?
Drops. That's going to be 2. Sliding double for Downing. Wizards need to figure out something here.
They let him score here. They need to have a really good bottom half of this inning, and defensively they need to get out. They're starting to figure out Mason. It might be time to put him in. Put in a different pitcher. And do you still have their bullpen?
Yeah, let's take a look at the Wizards bullpen. So up we have Timmy Dean, who's having a phenomenal season. We also have Dylan Pervoyer, who I don't really think he's pitched that much this season.
They pitched one game.
And we have... Well, I'm not really familiar with this
Jackson
one.
Hole. He's
Jackson
a
Hole.
freshman. He's had a couple of good relieving innings.
Ooh, another
And it's
pop
going to be a
fly.
can of corn for second baseman Charlie Brown. It's going to take off.
Way to beat Charlie Brown.
Infield fly rule called. What is the infield fly rule? I kind of forgot. It's when if they have the infield, they can run on it without a tag.
It's bases loaded.
Uh,
Loaded or no, it's just bases loaded.
Bases loaded.
I got to be more of a student in the game, I guess. Coming up to bat now is number 24, Ethan Elderkin.
I'll put baseball questions on the next English quiz.
I watch a lot of baseball, but in recent years, I got a little bit more excited with the pitch clock. That's why I was a little curious, if they would get that technology to have that rule introduced. Oh, Nick was ready. He was ready to go.
I know there is like a 90-minute time slot for high school baseball.
I think that if it's tied, they'll go longer than that. I don't think that. I mean, if they do, a lot of games have been rained out, and I was talking to a couple of the players on the team, and they've told me that they have to actually, make up these games. Is he 34? I don't have a 34. Oh, okay. So 30. He's 34, and then his teammate Mancini is 24. He's gonna take a strike here on the far side of the plate.
These pitchers
It's gonna be 2-2,
they've
one
been
out.
loving this far side today.
Runner on second. Hunt's gonna check him. Gonna gun him down. Nick popping up. It's gonna be a 3-2 full count. Good chance to get a little walk here. One out. Top of the sixth. Chipper shot just fouled down the third base line. That was a nice throw.
That was a nice throw.
By their coach. I'm pretty sure that's their head coach. I actually have their names. Give a little credit to him. Wilson Kerner. So I'm guessing that they're that Everett's his son. Take a little good guess. We have a shout out to the coaches here. Head coach for Chariho's, like I just said, Wilson Kerr. Assistant coach, Nur. And our executive producer just confirmed Nur. Maybe he was going to white mic me. Assistant coach, Justin Garazan and David Gamba. Gamba? And obviously the Wizards, Richard Grenier, Matt Grenier. Father-son duo, and then they have Manny Boyer, who is the second, is Dylan's dad.
Oh no.
Lost my
Deep
train of
fly
thought.
ball.
Can of
Get there,
corn
Nick.
for Nick Anderchow.
And he
Good
got
catch.
All right, and we're going to step aside here as the Wizards are still trailing behind the Chargers with a score of 1-0 here at McCarthy Field.
And our principal's walking with her emotional support dog. And this is Mike Dennis, Logan Randall, and we're back here with you, the media, broadcasting, and journalism pathway production of Wizards Baseball, headed by advisor Mr. Eric White. He gave me a little smile, give him a little shout out. We're giving a little crew shout out here too. Let me find it.
While he finds it, let's try and get another
I do
inning.
know it's Kaden Masha, Gina, how do I say her last name? Matera, and Daisia Martos? Murtaugh.
Jair Blanco up at the plate, takes strike one.
Jair's been having some rough at-bats. He's got some contact.
Takes strike two, looking.
Now, as we get to the bottom of the sixth, they are the home team, so if they do end up going to the bottom of the seventh, they will be able to have a walk-off inning or a stop. It's going to be an interesting game, tough game.
You should remind this viewing and listening audience about your first game you guys did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did softball, and
Third baseman bobbles it. He still got him. He got him.
that was a
gunned him
great
down.
stretch. The first game that I've officially done was softball. We
Both of
did,
us.
yeah, both of our first games, and it was a great game. We went to the bottom of the eighth, and Ali Ayanati
Way
came
to
up.
say it right.
Way to say it right. She came up and second pitch hit a great grand slam. We got a nice interview with them, and I'm hoping that we got the same thing here. Looking over to my right, we have a warm up for a new pitcher for Chariho, and I think that for the left we have a new warm up for might be Mason, and it looks like it's Nick and a new pitcher, I think. Let me take a little look at the binoculars here.
Looks like Timmy Dean stretching.
Yeah, and that is being confirmed that Timmy Dean is warming up to get into this game.
Base hit for Nick Anderchow.
Nick's going to start the rally here at the bottom of the sixth. You scared? And it looks like soon, maybe next inning, they'll just swap in. Chariho swapping their pitcher for this last inning. Batting is pitcher Mason Hunt. Nice hack at the ball. And Chad Rondo's back. And I will reiterate, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, Mason hunts up.
Gotta say, I'm getting my steps in today. Oh.
I thought the catcher caught the tip, it would be an out. I
Yep.
guess he bobbled it. He bobbled it.
Well, it was also only strike 1.
Yeah.
So it still counts as a strike.
Sumner
0-2 now.
checking the runner. Nick's going to run, and he's going to make
Nice.
it standing. So Mason's out. Comes up now. Jack Prue. Good situation here. Try to get Nick in. Maybe hit a little double. Jack Prue stepping in the box. What does he bat today?
Right now, he is 1 for 2.
With a walk and a strikeout.
Foul tip for Jack.
Good swing. Now he knows he got the contact on it. He's got to just take the ball and let it go. Try to hit it into that.
Andrew Child's running the third. Sliced well over the restrooms on the other side of River Point.
You
Kind
can
of looked
tell,
like he had a little bit of a panic swing there. He didn't get into his full motion.
can tell that the Wizards are trying to put the pedal to the metal right now.
Exactly.
Sending the runner, trying to get that run back on the board to tie it.
Again, if they do have a nice inning coming back up to the defensive, they can go to the bottom of the 7th and win it. They're going to check Nick.
It's going to be really tough. They have to do something now, especially with the runner on second. I mean, you have 2 outs. You have another half inning after this, and you're down by 1.
Mr. Andrew Chow is a true student of the game. Very high IQ.
I would expect him to steal.
0-2 count with 2 outs. Jack Prue seeing if he could do something, bringing the Wizards back into this game. Here's the pitch. And it's
Foul
going to be
ball.
swung into the dirt.
Now again, this is a 2-out situation. You run on contact. You run it out. Jack's going to try to get that left center kind of position, clear the gap. Get it to the wall maybe. Again, all they need is a double here to get Nick in, even just a single. Nick's in scoring position.
As long as you could advance Nick the third, that's all that's
He's going
good.
to throw it outside. He kind of admitted his decision there. He kind of looked back, and that kind of, I feel like that messed it up. He was kind of expecting to be able to get a nice little pitch in.
Another foul
So Jack's
tip.
going to stay alive here. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. He knows where to swing. He knows he needs to get a swing in here for the Wizards to be able to drive Nick Anderchow in from second.
And regardless, he's having a good eye swinging at stuff that are inside. Last one was a little bit outside that he swung on, but
On deck is number 11, senior Tony Corrado, who subbed in for Logan at first. Going to take it. 2-2. This is really one of the deciding at-bats here, the bottom of the 6th.
someone calls time.
This has got to be a nerve-wracking at-bat. Very nerve-wracking, important at-bat here. Get some runs on the board.
Here's the pitch. Oh,
He got him.
Strike 3.
Jack swings through that right down the middle, and that's going to bring us to 3 outs to close out the full 6th inning. Only one more inning of play left to go. Here at McCarthy Fields, we will be right back after this break.
So it doesn't look like
Welcome back to McCarthy Fields here. I am Chad Rondo, joined by Mike, and Logie Poo. Here ready for another broadcast. Finishing up, wrapping the 7th inning. Chargers up still 1-0 on the Wizards. As we still have Mason Hunt in the game, looking to close things out. No reliefs have been thrown in yet from either side. Not many substitutions.
And as I've mentioned that last inning, they were warming up Team Medine, and the Chariho Chargers were warming up their reliever. It's interesting to see if they'll swap him in, get that last inning out. I don't know. We don't know.
Because Hunt did give up that one run, but...
Mr. Sumner has pitched a lot of pitches. You know, he had that heckish at-bat with Nick Anderchow in, what, the second inning, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, these Wizard at-bats have been very long.
Coming up to bat now. I can't see his number. Turn you back.
Should be Nar.
20.
Oh, 20.
Dayton Lee. That might be a substitution.
Yeah, it looks like it should be Narp, number 10.
Okay.
It's number 20. Looks like we got a sub here. Yeah, it's going to be Dayton Lee. Yep, definitely. He just said, hey, D-Money. Is D-Money going to cash the bag, or is he going to not rob?
Well, it looks like the coach didn't make the substitution with the umpire.
Is that going to be an out?
I don't think so.
I think it's just a warning. He is a sub on the sheet, so on with the delivery.
So with the pitch, and that's going to be brought back.
Foul just right of our heads.
So it brings up a 0-2 count for the sub hitter.
Oh.
Just a bit inside.
And it just went under his midsection area. It looked like it was going to hit. He was going to pulp him right in the shoulder.
So it brings up a 1-2 count. And he's going to swing this, drive it down to the shortstop, and he's going to make that throw over the Tony Corrado at first. Beautiful stretch from Tony. That hurt me a little bit looking at that, but fortunately, runner is safe.
Maybe he practices with the gymnastics team. Get nice and stretched out.
Top of the lineup.
And they're calling, I'm going to assume that's probably the bunt sign from the third base coach. Batting now is top of the order, Gavin Apice. They're going to try to check the runner.
Good job, Dave. Keeping an eye on that.
Giving another sign to the batter from the third base coach. We have no idea what this could be. Could be bunt. Could be sac fly. Yep.
It's going to be a bunt. Tony stays, and that's just going to be a force out at first. Runner advances to second.
Good job, everybody.
So 1 out here for the Wizards. Stepping up now, DH number 7, Emery.
And the good thing about doing high school sports versus the college and the majors, you don't really get to see and hear the chants and the fans and the energy, especially that third base sign. I mean, I literally called out the bunt. I think the first one's probably a sac fly.
That was, we popped up center left field. And that's going to be dropped by Joe Rivera.
Oh, there
runner holds up at third.
You're going to hold at third. So 1 out, runners at the corners. And coming up to bat is number 16. It's Landon Summer.
So Summer's still in this game doing a lot, especially on both sides here. Pitching well. Hitting hasn't been so far 0 for 3 on the evening.
I wonder when they come into the bottom of the 7th if they're going to try to...
Intentional walk for Sumner.
And the Wizards, Richard Grenier is going to call a intentional walk. Coming up to bat now is Adam Carpenter, cleanup.
So yeah, it seems like that walk there was to try to get a force out into a double play, because you really do have 1 out here. As long as you can keep it within the infield, things should be good.
And they're doing this because they cannot call any sort of, they can't call a sack bunt. They call a sack bunt. Nick's just going to tap the toe on home and get that force out at first. So it's interesting to see what the defensive mind is going to be here. And they're going to move their fielders in.
The field is all in the green now.
Now, I don't think Adam has, through his at-bats, cleared the infield. So this is a strategy.
Well, if you're looking for Chariho, you should be looking for a base hit just to advance the runners and score a run.
He's got to try to clear the infield if he wants to score this. Again, this is a force out, plays anywhere.
Here's the pitch, and it's going to be not clipped the outside of the corner. It's going to be ball 1. Oh, sorry, 2 balls. 2 balls, no strikes for Carpenter. And coming up today, he is also 0 for 3 on the day. And this is a big at-bat for him here. Looks at another ball. 3-0 is the count. That's not good if you hunt. You cannot walk this guy, especially after you just force walk the pitcher to force a play here. I need to... I mean, you could take the chance at risking it to try to get him to chase something outside, but if I'm Carpenter, I'm not swinging at the first 2. Unless it's dead center. Mason
Hunt the delivery. Strike 1. So he's going to try to control his pitches, get some strikes.
So if you Carpenter, you could be a little bit aggressive here, but Hunt has a few options. You can try to get him to chase on the outside, or you can send it inside so you know it's at least over and in the plate. Which I think that's what he's going to try to do here, and he does. That's going to be swing and a miss for Carpenter. Brings up a full count, 3-2. Now this is nerve-wracking from both sides here. This one at bat could change how this whole inning plays out. Here's the pitch. That's a strikeout.
2 outs. This is nerve-wracking for the Wizards. They got to get through this defensive stint, and coming up to bat now, 5th is Rowan Downing, and the fielders are going to go back. So I think that strategy was kind of an intimidation strategy. Maybe Mason was trying to throw 3 balls and then get just 3 looking.
Downing's last 2 appearances hit a double in the 2nd and struck out in the 3rd. Sorry, so he struck out in the 4th. So here it is with an 0-1 count, 2 outs. Hunt still in this game, looking to close things out, and that's going to be popped
just
deep
over
right.
our heads.
I feel like that's landing in the soccer fields down over there. So base is still loaded for the Chargers. Hunt with the pitch, and that's going to be foul tipped over towards the Chargers dugout.
Yeah, just hit right off Nick's noggin.
And that's an 0-2 count. Hunt has so much room to play with. Might want to try to dance with this hitter a little bit. If I'm him, I'm going to try and send it low and right. And he sends it high
He's
and
going
up.
to pitch it high.
Trying to get him to chase that fastball upstairs. Doesn't bite. 1-2 is the count.
I think Mason's getting closer to that 60-65 pitch count.
He's
pitching
reaching
a
his
great
capacity.
game. Gonna pitch another one high.
It's a high off speed.
Both the Greniers are looking determined to get this team into the bottom of the 7th.
Two with 2 outs. And that's going to be popped
Just
right
over
above
our
us.
head.
He's battling. He is battling.
He's staying alive in this at-bat. We're going into pitch 6 of this at-bat.
Mason's going to take his sign, come to delivery.
It's going to be ball 3. It looked like the Wizards wanted a strike there. Mason
He's
was
been
looking
calling
for
that
a
all
strike.
game. All game, that umpire's been calling it till now. He decides to have a thinner strike zone.
And with that call, that moves it to a full count. 3-2 is... Runners are advancing, and that's going to send the Chargers in. That's going to get them at least 2 runs to bring this to a 3-0 ball game off of the mysterious strike zone from the umpire. Chargers take a 3-0 lead now, as we have a runner on first and second.
Coming up to bat now is Pepler.
And it looks like we might see a pitching change now.
I don't see Timmy Dean coming out of the dugout.
Well, maybe just talking to the pitcher. Maybe want Mason to end up closing this one out. Yep, Mason is going to close this one out. At least this inning, or attempt to. So everything was looking good for the Wizards.
We gotta see if Mason Hunt and the crew can close this inning out, and then come in. They gotta come to the bottom of the seventh swinging. They gotta just go. Now, when we do go to the bottom of the seventh, it's gonna be Tony Corrado leading off for the Wizards. Strike one called. The officiating here has been a little shaky. I'll keep my mouth tame because I don't want to get a little unsports. He's going to throw me out the game. He's going to throw me out of the press box. Foul off, 0-2. And if you're just joining us, I'm Mike Dennis, Logan Randall, Chad Rondo. We're in the bottom of the top of the seventh. 2 outs, 0-2 count. Mason Hunt on the mound. And they're going to hit another base hit.
Yeah, that's going to drive in.
It's going to get right over Joey. That's going to drive in 2 runs. They're up 5-0.
And the Chargers have taken the lead and ran away with this here at the top of the seventh. 2 outs, and they managed to get
And
4
they're going to
scores.
put Timmy Dean in the game. No?
Richard Grenier, coach of the Wizards, coming out to talk to Mason Hunt. And it looks like Timmy Dean is stepping up to the mound, and Hunt is going to be relieved. Did a great job pitching today. Unfortunately, this inning just got a little out of hand. Looked like the stamina fatigue kicked in a little bit. And coming in is Timmy Dean, relief pitcher, coming to close things out for the Wizards.
Timmy Dean's going to get his, 10 warm-up pitches, I think?
You know, as a relief in this situation, it must be a little weird, because you really only are coming in for this one play, barring that you're not going to end up making it to extra innings. And
They got to put up a tough bottom of the seventh. Now again, I'm pretty sure after Tony, it would be Dylan, then Walmart, then Luke, and then they would revert to the top of the order.
Tony's gonna get pinched at 4.
You think so?
All you can hear right now is Mike's coffee in the microphone, if you're wondering what that noise is.
And shout out to my English teacher and advisor, Mr. Eric White, for buying me it. He told me when I was helping him put his stuff in his car. He's like, "What kind of coffee you like?" And I'm like, "I'll text you." And he got me it. Came in clutch, because this is a good game.
At first, you told me the order, and I'm like, you got to text it. I'm going to forget it.
He was going to end up getting me a hot coffee that was black.
Well, Mr. White, now we got an inning break. Why don't you hit us with the take me out to the ball game?
I think I'm coming down with laryngitis, actually. So, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Might want to get that checked out. That can get pretty serious.
I will.
So Timmy's going to have 3 or 4 more warm-up pitches left. He's got a pretty interesting throwing motion. He starts out at the top strong, and then he just brings it down. Not really a traditional. He doesn't have that hitch that he has, the snap, but he does have a pretty good fastball, good couple breaking ball pitches, and then I'm pretty sure he has a slider or a sweeper.
So stepping up is number
34. Ethan Elderkin.
So Timmy Dean looking to close things out here for the Wizards. Elderkin looking to bring in the single runner that's on second.
0-2 for Elderkin.
And they're gonna continue with delivery right down the middle. Good strike, and that's gonna be the retiring the side. The Wizards have a very, very tough deficit to come back from here, and they have to get it going. They're down 5-0. They gotta put 5 runs up, get us in this extra inning.
So going to the bottom of the 7th inning here at McCarthy Field. This is a West Warwick High School production of Wizards baseball.
And we're back. This is Mike with the mic, Chad Rondo, Logan Randall. Wizards in a tough situation here, and pinch hitting for Mr. Chariho is Logan Fernandez. He was the first baseman for a little while, made a couple of iffy, tough plays, and gave up more bases than he probably should have. But again, we're coming in. He's got to start this run. After this is going to be Dylan, then Big Wilmer, Luke, and then it's going to revert back to Joey. You got to think that, you have 3 guaranteed at-bats here. You got to get something going. I think both the Greniers have faith in this team. I do, as a West Warwick Wizard myself.
So freshman Logan's
going to get it started. Error.
And that's going to be an error from the side
That's going
of
to be
the
an
Chargers.
E5 on the shortstop. And here we are, getting it started. Coming up now is Dylan Pavoyer.
So Dylan Pavoy back in the game, coming in for number 4, Charlie Brown.
This is a nerve-wracking inning here. And the Wizards look calm. No emotion, completely quiet. Strike 1. That should have been something he drived. Checking the runner. He's going to try to throw him out. Logan's going to get back just in time. 0 outs here. 0-1. Dylan Pavoyer up to bat. Ooh. He's going to take a good hack at it. 0-2. 0 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Down 5. High. It's going to be 1-2. This pitcher's got to be nervous. This is the inning to make or break this entire ball game. I was a little inside. Coming up now is Wilmer Montella Cruz. He's having a pretty decent season at DH.
Can they pinch it? Can they pinch run? Can they pinch run for him?
Yeah.
They could?
Yeah.
Will they?
He gets on.
Oh, he has to get on?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
I'd be surprised if they don't pinch run for him.
Big Wilmer up in the box. Outside. I think they're just trying to check that runner. And if you're just joining us, we're at the bottom of the 7th. 1 out, Wilmer Montella Cruz against Mr. Sumner. It's been a very tough ball game, down 5-0. They just had an incredible rally of a top of the 7th. It's a 5-0 game. And this has got to be the ending to make or break for the Wizards.
Hey, have to get something.
They're going to check
here.
the runner again.
Especially with 1 out already on the board, you need to get something working here. It's slight. The chances are definitely slimming down for the Wizards, especially with that second strike Wilmer looks at.
Wilmer wanted to go on that, and he's going to clear his headspace. I'm just going to call the time for him. He's just step back in the box.
So Sumner looking to close out Wilmer. Check swing doesn't go through. Ball in the dirt. Two and two is the count.
Wizards dugout cheering on Wilmer.
And
And he's going to
swing
take a
and
decent
miss.
hack. It's going to be outside. And he's going to retire it. Coming up to bat now is number 8, Luke Gallo. Now, again, if he hits this, he gets to the top of the order, you can start rallying.
So Luke, in a precarious situation here, has to come up with. I mean, he can't get out, no sack flies, no nothing. You're gonna come up with something here, and he's gonna take a swing in the dirt, and that's gonna advance Fernandez over the second, and he slides in safe. So he ends up stealing for Logan. Moving on to second now, so that's gonna put the Wizards in a better position.
That was an incredibly risky go. He kind of hesitated a little bit, if you can see in his strides, but he still got to second, safe. Pitcher gonna look back. Logan's gonna take a kind of conservative but aggressive, and they're trying to check the runner. It's gonna be a ball inside.
So 1-1 is a count for Luke Gallo. 2 outs here. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Beautiful slider. Getting inside the strike zone. Bringing the count to 1 and 2. And this is a dangerous situation for Gallo and the Wizards.
And looking to my left, I actually see Luke Gallo's dad. Give me a ball. Again, one more strike. This is a game. No do-overs, no nothing. This is it.
There's the pitch.
And that's
swing
it.
and
That's the
miss.
game. Chariho Chargers win 5-0 with a tough offensive battle. The Wizards defense was pretty solid, but just a tough offensive battle. It's rough.
So
Team.
while the teams line up, shake hands, we will come back to bring us with some stats for the game. We will be right back from McCarthy Field.
And we're back for the post-game show. This is Mike. I actually have a headset now because Logan Randall unfortunately had to leave, and I'm here joined by Chad Rando. He's going to read off some stats for us for the game, and I'm going to comment on it.
So the Chargers end up taking this game 5-0. Victory getting awarded to Sumner, bringing his record up to 5-2 on the season. Pitching side from the Chargers, unofficial stats recorded 6 strikeouts for Sumner.
I think a little bit more than that.
I think
It was closer to like 10 or 9 or 10.
it was somewhere around then. But they did a great job pitching-wise, and they proved that coming to this game. They were nationally ranked higher, less runs allowed, and more strikeouts included. And coming over from the side of the Wizards, pitching-wise, had a handful of strikeouts from Mason Hunt, unofficial counting 9 here for Mason Hunt. Hitting was a little rough for the Wizards, especially to start the game, and the Chariho pitching staff was able to close things out towards the end of the game. Wizards unfortunately move down to 14-6 on the season. Chariho moves up to 12-8. And with that, I think that brings us to the end of our Wizards broadcast. This is a Wizards media and production broadcast of Wizards baseball here at McCarthy Field. I'm joined here by Chad Rondo,
Mike Dennis, and then Logan Randall left. Rough game. Obviously, I just want to give a quick comment. I think that pitcher really proved to expose some weaknesses of certain batters. But overall, the Wizards had a very good defensive game, solid. Mason Hunt was good on the mound until the very, very eccentric, kind of run in that top of that 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th, it was just a lot of pressure. I mean, being down, if it was down, 1-0 lead, you get a batter on, you hit him in, it's a win. Comparably to that softball game that I had did the coverage for with Logan, it was a 2-1 game, got a run in, and then it was 2-2 going to that bottom of the 8th, and Ali hit off, Ali Ionetti, Nadi hit off that walk-off. But again, this is a rough game for the Wizards, rough loss. And definitely rough for Mason. Mason had, there was at times that it felt like he had a little bit less than adequate fielding behind him, and a couple of the plays were questionable. But I think that I know that how the Grenadiers are. They're gonna improve to this next game, and I think next game for them, I'm checking the schedule here, is, let's see. So they're gonna play their final game against Pilgrim tomorrow here at 5 p.m.
So, loss late in the season for the Wizards, but it's this late in the season and they've already made playoffs, and with 1 game left, that's really all they're looking forward to, and with such a young team, they'll be able to bounce back from it. So, with that is going to bring us to the end of our broadcast. Producing and directing this program's Pathway teacher, Mr. Eric White. Working the cameras are Deja Murtaugh, Gina Madera, and Kaden Macha, with myself filling in.
And thank you very much, guys. Great commentating. The best camera work we've had for a baseball game, hands down. You guys did a fantastic job. Gina, Caden, and Deja, who's still out there. So thank you guys very much. And the commentary was great. I just wish the results were better, but you can only do what you can do. So.
And just a note before we get off, this was the first and second seed of the division. So now I think the Wizards will move down to that second seed and play less of a team. I think that if they beat Pilgrim and Chara wins the next, they would be playing East Greenwich, which is a 9-8 team. A lot of these teams at D2, except like the very bottom end of the division, are all almost over 500. Because it's usually about 8 teams that make it, and as we hear, given our farewell, the lights are coming on. The team is defeated, and the Chariho Chargers are excited. And I'm going to say farewell here with Mr. Rondo as I give him my last comment to wrap up. And farewell, good night, ladies and gentlemen.